Good evening, everyone. Welcome to KANA ASTRA live test 43, இன்னைக்கு physics test 15. நான் prepared இருக்கீங்க நம்புறேன். ஜாயின் பண்ற பிளேயர்ஸ் எல்லாம் பேரை ரீநேம் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. பேர் எல்லாரும் ரீநேம் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. எல்லாரும் பேரை ரீநேம் பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாமா? ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாமா? ஓகே, ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின். A fluid is in streamline flow across a horizontal pipe of variable area of cross section. For this, which of the following statements is correct? $45 seconds. $30 seconds. $15 seconds. Five seconds இருக்கு. டைம் முடிய போகுது. Option B is the correct answer. Velocity and pressure both are maximum at the widest part of the pipe. KANA மட்டும்தான் கரெக்ட் ஆன்சர் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. Question number 2 போலாமா? The wettability of a surface by a liquid depends primarily on options are density, angle of contact between surface and liquid, viscosity, or surface tension. 50 seconds.30 seconds. ரொம்ப டைரக்டான ஒரு ஆன்சர் மாதிரி இருக்கு. டென் செகண்ட்ஸா இருக்கு. டைம் முடிய போகுது. Option A, density, correct answer. யாருமே இந்த கொஸ்டின் கரெக்ட் ஆன்சர் பண்ணலாம். கொஸ்டின் நம்பர் 3 போலாமா? A certain number of spherical drops of radius of r coalesce to form a single drop of radius capital R and volume capital V. If capital T is the surface tension of the liquid, then energy equal to what? 40 seconds, 42 seconds left. 30 seconds. 15. Time முடிய போகுது. Option C is the correct answer. 3 பேர் கரெக்டாக பதில் சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க. 2 பேர் இல்லை, நித்யா தான் இருக்குல்ல ஆன்சர் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க ஃபாஸ்டஸ்ட். கொஸ்டின் போகலாமா? கொஸ்டின் 4. Water rises to a height h in capillary tube. If the length of capillary tube is less than the height of water is made less than h, then 45 seconds. 30 seconds. 15. 5 seconds. 'Time's up. Option C தான் கரெக்டான ஆன்சர். யாரும் கரெக்டாக ஆன்சர் பண்ணல இந்த கொஷின். கொஷின் நம்பர் 5 ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாமா? The cylindrical tube of a spray pump has radius r, one end of which has n fine holes, each of radius small r. If the speed of the liquid in the tube is capital V, speed of ejection of liquid through the holes is 45 seconds. 30 seconds. 15 seconds. 5. Option D is the correct answer. 3 பேர் correct answer பண்ணிருக்காங்க. Sahana, Nitya and Dhanusha correct answer பண்ணிருக்காங்க. Nitya has answered the fastest. Question number 6 start பண்ண போறோம். A wind with speed 40 meters per second blows parallel to the roof of a house. Area of the roof is 250 meters square. Assuming pressure inside the house is atmospheric pressure, force exerted by the wind on the roof and direction of the force will be dash. Rho air is given as 1.2 kilogram per meter cube. 40 seconds. 25 seconds. 10 seconds தான் இருக்கு. Time is up. Option A is the correct answer. 3 பேரும் கரெக்டா ஆன்சர் பண்ணி. And Sahana has answered the fastest. Question number 7. The average depth of an ocean is 2,700 meters. Compressibility of water is 45.4 into 10 power minus 11 Pascal inverse, and density of water is 10 to the power 3 kilogram per meter cube. What fractional compression of water will be obtained at the bottom of the ocean? 45 seconds. 30 seconds. 15. Five. Option A is the correct answer. 2 பேர் கரெக்டா ஆன்சர் பண்ணுங்க. நித்யா ET. Forty-five seconds left. Thirty seconds. 15 seconds. 5. Option B is the correct answer. 4 பேரும் கரெக்டா ஆன்சர் பண்ணி. கரெக்டா ஆன்சர் பண்ணியிருக்கிறது நித்யா, சஹானா, தனுஷா and ET. Good job, Nitya. And ET has answered the fastest. Next question, Polama. Question number 10. Two non-mixing liquids of densities rho and n rho are put in a container where n is greater than 1. Height of each liquid is h. A solid cylinder of length L and density d is put in this container. The cylinder floats with its axis vertical and length PL in the denser liquid. The density d is equal to 45 seconds. 25 seconds. 10 seconds. Time முடிஞ்சு. Option C is the correct answer. And Sahana and ET has answered the fastest. Number 11. A U tube with both ends open to the atmosphere is partially filled with water. Oil, which is immiscible with water, is poured onto one side until it stands at a distance of 10 mm above the water level on the other side. Meanwhile, the water rises by 65 mm from its original level. The density of the oil is 45 seconds. 30 seconds. 15 seconds. 5. Time is up. Correct answer is option D. மூணு பேர் கரெக்ட் ஆன்சர் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. அதில் நிதா has answered the fastest. தான் நிதாக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பாயிண்ட்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Question number 12. A small sphere of radius r falls from rest into a viscous liquid. As a result, heat is produced due to viscous force. Rate of production of heat when the sphere attains its terminal velocity is proportional to r raised to 4, r cube, r raised to 5, or r square. 45 seconds. 30. 15. 5 seconds. Time முடிய போகுது. Time's up. Option C is the correct answer. மூணு பேர் கரெக்ட் ஆன்சர் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. And Nitya and Nida ET have answered correctly. The ET has answered the fastest. Okay, question number 13, Polama. A soap bubble having radius of 1 mm is blown from a detergent solution having a surface tension of 2.5 into 10 power minus 2 Newton per meter. Pressure inside the bubble equals that at a point Z0 below the free surface of water in a container. Take G as 10, density of water as 10 to the power 3, value of Z0 is 45 seconds. Thirty seconds. 15 seconds. 5 seconds. Time முடிய போகுது. Time is up. Correct answer is option C. 3 பேர் correct answer பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க. ET, Sahana and Nida have answered correctly. ET has answered the fastest. Next question போலாம். Question number 14. A copper rod of 88 centimeters and an aluminum rod of unknown length have their increase in length independent of increase in temperature. Length of aluminum rod is 40 seconds. 20 seconds. 6 seconds தான் இருக்கு. Time முடிய போகுது. Okay, option D is the correct answer. 68 centimeters. And ET, Nitya and Nida have answered correctly. ET இப்போ first positionல. Question number 15 க்கு போலாமா? A capillary tube of radius r is immersed in water and water rises in it to a height h. Mass of the water in the capillary is 5 gram. Another capillary tube of radius 2r is immersed in water. The mass of water that will rise in this tube is 45 seconds left. 30 seconds. 15. 'Time is up. Option D, 4. D is the correct answer. 4 பேர் correct answer பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க. Sahana has answered the fastest. Question 16 ஆரம்பிக்கலாமா? 10 more questions. Question number 16. A barometer is constructed using a liquid with density 760 kilogram per meter cube. What would be the height of the liquid column when the mercury barometer reads 76 centimeters? Take density of mercury to be 13,600 kilogram per meter cube. Thirty seconds. 15 seconds. Time is up. Option C, 13.6 meters is the correct answer. Correct answer பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. 5 of you. And Nida has answered the fastest. Question 17 start பண்ணலாம். A liquid does not wet the solid surface if angle of contact is, options are 0, equal to 45, equal to 60, greater than 90. Direct question. 45 seconds. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds தான் இருக்கு. டைம் முடிய போகுது. Greater than 90. Correct answer. Nida has answered the fastest. 18 start பண்ணலாம். The velocity of a small ball of mass capital M and density small d when dropped in a container filled with glycerine becomes constant after some time. The density of glycerine is d by 2, then the viscous force acting on the ball will be 45 seconds. Thirty seconds. Twenty-five seconds. 10 seconds தான் இருக்கு. Option A, mg by 2 is the correct answer. Nida, Danusha, and ET have answered correctly. Nida has answered. ET has answered the fastest. Question 19. A spherical ball is dropped in a long column of a highly viscous liquid. Curve in the graph shows which represents the speed of the ball v as a function of time t is. Seconds. Curve which represents speed of the ball as a function of time. Thirty seconds. $15. Five seconds தான் இருக்கு. Option A is the correct answer. Curve B. 5 பேர் correct answer பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. Out of that, Peelings has answered the fastest. Question 20. If a soap bubble expands, the pressure inside the bubble options are increases, remains same, decreases, becomes or becomes equal to the atmospheric pressure. $45. 30 seconds. 10 seconds. Time's up. The question Danusha மட்டும் தான் கரெக்ட் ஆன்சர் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின் போலாமா? Question number 21. The Venture meter works on options Bernoulli's principle, principle of parallel axis, principle of perpendicular axis, or Huygens principle. 45 seconds. Most of you already answer பண்ணிட்டீங்க. 15 seconds. Time's up. Option A, Bernoulli's principle is the correct answer. And Nitya has answered the fastest. நிறைய பேர் கரெக்ட் ஆன்சர் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க. Next question, question number 22. The amount of energy required to form a soap bubble of radius 2 meters from a soap solution is nearly dash. Surface tension of soap solution to be taken as 0.03 Newton per meter. Forty seconds. $25 seconds. Ten seconds இருக்கு. இன்னும் 2 பேர் ஆன்சர் பண்ணல. Time's up. The question Nitya, Nida, Peelings and ET have answered correctly. Correct answer பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. அதுல ET தவட்டி இருக்கிறதுலே ஃபாஸ்ட் ஆன்சர் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. Question number 23. A thin, flat, circular disc of radius 45 centimeters is placed gently over the surface of water. If surface tension of water is 0.07 Newton per meter, then the excess force required to lift it away from the surface of water will be nearly options are 19.8 meter Newton, 198 Newton, 1.98 or 99 Newton. Thirty seconds. Fifteen. 5 seconds தான் இருக்கு. ஆன்சர் பண்ணிட்டீங்க. Option A is the correct answer. 4 பேர் correct answer கொடுத்தீங்க. And out of the 4 பேர்ல Nitya has answered the fastest. Question 24. Start பண்ண போறோம். ரெடியா இருங்க. Piece of ice is floating jar containing water. When the ice melts, the temperature of water falls from 4 to 1 degree Celsius. Then the level of water options are rises, falls, remains unchanged, or changes erratically. 45 seconds. 25 seconds. 15. 9 is up. Correct answer is option A, rises. 3 பேர் கரெக்டாக ஆன்சர் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க. Nitya, Nida, and Sahana have answered correctly. Oof. Close one. 3 பேருமே ரொம்ப க்ளோஸா, but Nitya has answered the fastest. Last question for today. Question number 25. எல்லாம் ப்ரிப்பேர்டா இருங்க. 8 players already. Last question for today. Question 25. A small drop of water falls from rest through a large height h in air. Final velocity is 45 seconds left. 30 seconds. 15 seconds. Time முடிய போகுது. Time is up. Option A is the correct answer. 4 பேர் correct answer பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. Super, well done. For this question, Nitya has answered the fastest. Okay, நம்ம leader boardல Agarshini and Nitya close competition. நிதாவும் நல்லா ஆன்சர் பண்ணாங்க, but Agarshini is today's winner. Thank you for joining today. திருப்பியும் நாளைக்கு பார்ப்போம்.